When you hear the name of Vijay Mallya, what comes to mind? A fugitive, a thief, or a businessman destroyed by politics and media. Behind the noise lies a very different truth. A story not of theft but of selective victimization. Let us consider the real loan story. The loans were not obtained by Mallya personally. They were obtained by Kingfisher Airlines, a company that once gave India a new standard of air travel. When fuel prices shot up, taxes remained heavy, and economic slowdown hit aviation. The airline collapsed. Mallya stood only as a personal guarantor, not a borrower himself. Then the case was taken to DRT. The DRT ordered Kingfisher Airlines United Breweries Holding Limited, Kingfisher Finvest and Dr. Vijay Mallya were jointly and severally liable to pay an amount of 6,203.35 crores plus interest. Out of this, around 5,000 crore was principal and 1,200 crore interest. Now, this is a civil liability, not a criminal offense. In this case, we can see that there is a ballooning interest and dues with compounding interest and penalties. The government data shows the principal 6,848 crores. That means the banks have already recovered more than the principal. Now consider the OTS question. Why one rule for others? Here lies the double standard. Even where recoveries are far less than Mallya's case, SR Steel rupees 49,000 crore debt was settled under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Act IBC for around 42,000 crores, roughly 85% recovery. Videocon Group owed rupees 90,000 crores and more, yet the approval resolution fetched just 2,962 crores, less than 4% recovery. JP Infratech, Lanco and Reliance Communication all got similar restructuring and OTS opportunities. Even Anil Ambani group firms were offered resettlement schemes instead of criminal charges. But when Vijay Mallya offered to pay rupees 5,000 to 6,000 crore upfront under OTS, his offer was rejected outright, not on financial grounds, but due to political pressure and public optics. Banks feared that accepting an OTS from a controversial name would invite media outrage, so they chose politics over pragmatism. In normal banking practice, large NPAs often get settled at 30 to 50% of total dues, which means Mallya's case could have been resolved long ago. Instead, it became a political weapon. The politics and the perception. Mallya left India legally before any arrest warrant was issued. He was sitting Rajya Sabha MP, travelled with valid passport, and even informed authorities about his schedule. Yet media headline declared him as fled. The same channels that once hailed him as the king of good times now labelled him king of scams. He became the perfect symbol, a wealthy flamboyant businessman turned into a villain to suit political narratives. Now, I will end this with closing lines. So ask yourself, if Vijay Mallya's company were treated like every other corporate failure, if OTS was allowed like others, and if politics had stayed out, would he still be called a chore? Because sometimes in India, justice isn't about truth. It is about timing, power and public perceptions. Thank you for listening and do subscribe to my channel for such more information. Thank you very much.